Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, it is 49ers playoff football time. Let's freaking go. I know I cannot be the only one hyped this morning. Welcome to the San Francisco 49ers Breakfast Club. It's early in the morning. It's kind of early, not too early. But I got my coffee. I hope you guys got your coffee. And let's vibe. Let's vibe because today we have playoff football. The San Francisco 49ers face off against the Dallas Cowboys. Drop an SDS in the chat if you are just hyped out of your mind this morning because the 49ers, we got football today, baby. We got playoff football today. Let's freaking go. I'm freaking hyped. We see you guys all in the chat. Let's go, Sourdough Squad. Get in here. Let us know where you'll be watching 49ers playoff football from. I'll be watching here in the East Bay. Shouting out the boys out there in Dallas. Smash that like button while you're at it, because today the 49ers face off against the mighty Cowboys, the mighty Cowboys of the South. And we get to play playoff football today. Let's go. Let me get everyone in the chat. Oh, yeah, East Texas in the building. Let's go, Newark. We see you in Atlanta. We got Wisconsin in the building. Idaho Falls. Let's go. We got Paul out there in Texas. We got Austin, Texas checking in. Ooh, let's go. Watching the Tony Montana YouTube videos gets you in the right mindset today for 49ers playoff football. We see you out there in Oklahoma. 916 checking in. 831 checking in. We see you in Los Angeles. What's up, Vince? How are we doing on this beautiful playoff morning? I hope everyone's doing fantastic. We got Ohio checking in, Washington State, Charleston, South Carolina. Let's freaking go. We got Joshua repping Sacktown, home of Eric Armstead. We see all the squad. Let's go. We got Jersey in the building. We got it all. Exactly. Hit that like button. Let's get this thing out into the algorithm and get this thing hyped up, because it is the day of all days, ladies and gentlemen. The San Francisco 49ers head into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Everything that we've seen coming out of Dallas as of yesterday, there are a lot of 49er fans in the Dallas area right now. I think that is good freaking news for the 49ers. It is good freaking news for the 49ers because we've seen how well this team travels. We've seen how well this team travels, and we saw just last week against the Rams how the San Francisco 49ers crowd taking over SoFi Stadium really impacted the Los Angeles Rams. We've beaten that story to death. So I know you know how impactful fans were. It does feel like there's going to be another day here in front of us where the 49ers have tons of fans in attendance today. And I really hope that is the case. If it is, the 49ers are in a good spot. 49ers are in a good spot with the 49er fans traveling well. It's been quite the sight to see. So I'm very excited about this game. This game has all the hype, all the drama leading into it. This game is going to be another notch in the legacy of the rivalry between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. One of the greatest rivalry in sports. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we get to bring it back up. We get to revive it, and we get to show the world and remind them about the rivalry between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll show you a little bit reason why the 49ers players might have a little additional motivation going into this game. So I wanted to show this really quick. So if you guys remember, the San Francisco 49ers, they went over to Dallas in 2020. As we know, it's COVID year, no fans really in attendance. So 49ers played Dallas. If you don't recall, the 49ers in this particular game, Jimmy Ward and CD Lamb got into it a little bit. In this particular instance, these two went up to, I think, go get a catch. Jimmy Ward was actually knocked out cold from that particular play. This was in 2020. CD Lamb goes on to Instagram and posts this picture with Jimmy Ward in the background on the ground, knocked out, and says, "Say a prayer." And you can see there right at the bottom, look who commented on that photo on Instagram 55 weeks ago. The only Nico Suave, aka Jimmy Ward, said, "Great catch. ... See you soon." Ooh! Well, guess what? Jimmy Ward gets his redemption today. Jimmy Ward gets an opportunity to play playoff football for the San Francisco 49ers and face this man yet again, CD Lamb. You guys know on this channel, I like CD Lamb. I think CD Lamb is a fantastic wide receiver, but it's playoff football, baby. It's playoff football. I want to see Jimmy Ward sticking fools out there. So, little something extra to add, to sprinkle on to the top, to remind us why this game is, there's so many levels to it. So many levels to it. We understand it's the 40th anniversary week of the catch. They're showing right now on NFL Network the 95 NFC Championship game where the 49ers D and the 49ers beat the Cowboys. So I'm very excited for today. There's a lot at stake here. There's a lot of stuff going into this. Adam Schefter tweeted this out earlier this morning. Per Adam Schefter, he said, during the second half of the season, Jimmy Garoppolo simultaneously has raised his value to both the 49ers and to other teams in the offseason trade market. 49ers would not be where they are today without him. Hell, let's freaking go. I need Jimmy to ball today. Doesn't matter about anything that we've discussed in the past. Doesn't matter off-season talk, Trey Lance talk. Does not matter. Time for 10 to ball out today. If we want to keep San Francisco 49ers playoffs hopes alive, we need a good, clean, efficient game from Jimmy Garoppolo, but not only Jimmy Garoppolo, the rest of the team, offensive line, wide receivers, tight ends, running backs. We need everyone to step up today. It is going to be a team victory today. We even have Raheem Mostert cheering on the San Francisco 49ers from the sideline. You could tell, man, Raheem wants to be out there with his boys. He wants to be out there with his boys. But we're going to hold it down for the boy, even though he can't be available. We did it all last night. We did a prayer circle. We pulled out all the stops. We pulled out the prayer circle for the San Francisco 49ers. We need it. Anything we can get, we're going to do. Last time we did a prayer circle, we got the dub. So we keep that good juju going. But as you can see, 49er fans took over Dallas already. I think it's going to be a great experience today for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm really, really excited about it. I want to know from the chat. Who will be the breakout player from today? Who will be the playoff hero? You could be offense and defense, but who do you see being the playoff hero here for the San Francisco 49ers in this game? I want to see what the chat has to say on this beautiful playoff morning. I want to see what you guys are talking about. So, Rodney's saying it's going to be a Kittle game. Could absolutely be a Kittle game. My good pal, Jordan Elliott, came on with me. He felt the same. He felt like George Kittle could absolutely come out and ball out today. Deebo Samuel, why not? Why not put another feather in the cap for Deebo Samuel and his phenomenal season this year just to add to the legend of Deebo Samuel? What if he goes off today? What if he goes off? So I'm very excited about that. I could see that being a big time situation. I'm going to imagine that the 49ers are going to use a lot of Deebo Samuel and Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. So Deebo Samuel could have another day doing it through the air, doing it on the ground as well. Mike Sullivan says Jimmy Ward. Ooh, we need a big Jimmy Ward day. I want to see the tables turn. I want to see Jimmy Ward deliver a little knockout shot to CeeDee Lamb to say hello. Remember me? Ooh, big Trent coming back. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be so nice to have Trent back. I can't wait. George Kittle and Fred Warner. Joshua says Elijah Mitchell will have a Mostrati playoff type game. Ooh, if you don't remember, Raheem Mostert's a 49ers legend because of how he ran through the playoffs in 2019. Specifically, what Raheem Mostert did against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game. God, I would love that to see from Elijah Mitchell. Mexican Gaming says not just one, Deebo and Mitchell. Ooh, Juwan Jennings. I could see that. I could absolutely see that. 100%. Ooh, I like this. A nice little message. Deborah says, believe in yourself and your teammates, but most of all, believe in God, trust Him. I have faith. I'll take all the good vibes and energy we can get today, Deborah. Let's go. Mark says, Bosa about to feast. We also got Jimmy G. Oh, Jimmy G. If Jimmy G has a day, Jimmy G is going to skyrocket any value that he has for this offseason. Oh, my goodness. There's a lot at stake, man. I think the 49ers, I think it's abundantly clear that they recognize this could be the last game that they play with Jimmy Garoppolo. And I think that is an underrated motivational element heading into this game. I know we like to think about football in the sense of being on the field, being played on the field, production, catches, tackles, sacks, fumbles, things like that, right? We look at we look at football through that lens sometimes and a lot of times. But it's important to remember that this game that we watch and that we root for and that we get excited about is played by human beings. And at the end of the day, the human element is more a part of football than most fans would like to even admit. And the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo is entering this game, and this could be it. George Kittle, Kyle Juszczyk, Trent Williams, Alex Mack, Brunskill, Laken Tomlinson, like Deebo Samuel, like these guys that have played with Jimmy Garoppolo for some time, recognize this could be it. Now, fan base is a completely different subject when it comes to talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and the quarterback situation. But inside that locker room, this team rides for Jimmy Garoppolo. So you cannot discredit or discount the extra motivation that this team could have just on the simple fact that this could be Jimmy Garoppolo's last game. This could be it. This could be it. And I guarantee you that is powerful. That mindset, that mentality of like this could be it, changes the way you process the game, the way you play the game, the way you take in the moments, everything. Hell, like when I played, the thing that I would write on my wristbands and the things that I would write would be play like it's your last. Play like it's your very last play. Play like it's your last down. This whole team is going to be playing like that for Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, we already understand it's playoff football. It's one and done. You get in, you advance, you lose, you're out. That's it. It's over. It's a wrap. But there's so much extra at play here. There's so much extra, not just Jimmy Garoppolo. There are other people that are going to be up for contracts. There are going to be other players. Like, this is like the last run for that 2019 group that was this close away from a championship. So I imagine there's going to be insane amounts of motivation on the San Francisco 49ers side. And a lot of it starts with Jimmy Garoppolo. Sorry. Big, long-winded Jimmy Garoppolo rant. Trent and Kittle, Jennings, Mitchell, Kittle and Mitchell, Kittle and Jawan. Zimmer says, I hope Kittle pops off today. Could be a Brandon Ayuk day. Ooh, some Robbie Gould love. Debo, Ayuk on D, or Ayuk on O, Aziz on D. We haven't gotten official confirmation that Aziz Al-Shaair is playing today, but it definitely is absolutely trending in that direction. I want to see Aziz Al-Shaair today, 150%. Money Mark says Ward on D, Kittle on O. Defensive line, Jimmy G, 100%. Defensive line's got a ball out today. Oh, we see you. Happy belated birthday. Bosa, Tabor Pepper, the MVP. Let's go. Ooh, I like this. We're calling out first plays. Play action pass, 70 yards to Ayuk. I don't know if it's going to be that, but I like that. I like you calling your shot there. That would be sick. That would be sick. A little nice play action bootleg. Hit a little, get like Brandon Ayuk coming over on a deep crosser. Fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. I just swore. I apologize. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. I don't even know what's going on. Let's go. Aloha Smitty says another 5 sacks for the D. Jason says George Kittle was hitting combo blocks with Trent Williams during practice this week. I think those two have themselves a big game along with the D-line. I love that. Also, specifically DJ Jones and Bosa. I'm excited to watch Trent Williams today. Again, he is dealing with a elbow injury that looks pretty serious. It looks like he's going to gut it out. He's going to play. He's going to push through it. But the combo blocks is an underrated aspect that us as 49er fans don't understand how good we have it. Like, we have arguably one of the best blocking tight ends to ever play football and arguably one of the best left tackles to ever play football. And those two get to line up next to each other and they get to go block dudes and smash their faces in. You guys know me. I'm big on blocking. I love it. It's an art form that people don't appreciate. So I am through the moon watching George Kittle, Trent Williams be able to double team and block. We've seen many examples throughout the year on tape, and when we do our films reviews and film studies, we see it. It's apparent. It's out there. So we get to watch greatness with those two. I just want to make sure everyone understands. Would like to get Bosa 3 sacks today. Let's go. Cash the God. He said, hey, yo, let's effing go. Sourdough. We see the squad out there, man. It's great. It's beautiful. Morning gang. We hyped. Let's go. I'm so excited. Cheyenne says, run the ball, protect the ball, run the ball, protect the ball, and go get him, Bosa. Easy. Easy peasy. Hey, football is a complicated game, but it can be real simple sometimes. And I don't think Cheyenne's too crazy here. Protect the ball, run the ball. Protect the ball, run the ball. 100%. Also, go get the ball. Let's go, defense. I'm hyped, man. I am hyped. Trent Williams today. Want to see a dead body? Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what we got going on. Jimmy balls out this game, y'all. Shut the F up about trading for real. Just believe in our quarterback. Hey, it is what it is, man. We want Jimmy to ball. Let's go, Jimmy. What's up, stepson? He says, hello, good morning. Do you offer tea at Breakfast Club? Yes, tea, coffee, donuts, pastries. I mean, it's playoff football, so there's some people already tying one on. If you got some little extra in your coffee, we don't care. It's playoff football, baby. Get ready. Get hyped. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Media says Debo about to get another passing touchdown. How about we get a touchdown reception for Trent Williams? Let's get that today, huh? Let's see that today. I want to see that today. Give me a touchdown, Trent, today for the culture. For the culture. Yeet says Deborah, a legend for real. Facts. We see you. Pop a video on Bleacher Report. Nice. That's not from me. That's from Steph, aka Stragosaurus, on Twitter. Good friend of the brand. They actually had me on their podcast this year. Shout out Steph. Shout out Angie on the 49er podcast. That is from Steph. So that's dope that she got her video on YouTube. You love to see it. Love to see it. Shout out the family. Love it. Let's see. I'm still catching up on the chat. Bear with me. We're catching up on the chat. We see all the squad in here. Oh, the invasion has begun, ladies and gentlemen. The invasion has begun. We love it, man. Joey, my man doing 1 million streams today. 100%. We're streaming. With the 49ers aren't playing today, we're going to be streaming pretty much. We are going to be streaming. So I can't freaking wait. I'm super excited. Oh, Telemedia. He said 130 people in here and only 33 likes. Come on now. Come on, Sourdough Squad. Let's go. Oh, we got some Cowboys fans in the chat. Let's go. He said 49ers going to be crying. You ain't ready, bro. We've been ready. You acting brand new. We've been ready. Dog. Let's go. We see the Sourdough Squad in the chat. I'm getting caught up. Let's go, baby. Niners. I'm excited, man. Oh yeah, dude. Locksmith, bro. Come with. Hey, should we play a little Locksmith hype just to get in the groove? We might have to. That's my boy. That's my dog. Locksmith. Like, I've been efforting that man to do a 49ers freestyle for some time, and he finally did it, and he murdered it. Absolutely murdered it. You know what? We're going to do it. We're just for the culture. We're going to get a little Locksmith freestyle. That's the homie. So we're going to get it rocking because it's playoff football. We're going to get the vibe in here. What? We got 168 people in here. If you haven't liked this video yet, what are you doing? It is 49ers football. Like everything that you see on the internet today that has anything pro 49er related, because that's the damn vibe. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to play the Locksmith. Freestyle for the culture, because that's the homie. and it's going to get us real hyped up. So we're going to play the Locksmith for the culture. Make sure you go follow this dude right after this. He's on whatever freaking platform you're on, YouTube, Instagram. Follow the homie. But let's get this thing playing, and let's see if we vibe a little differently after this. Let's go, my boy. We got to get the volume going, though. I hate how it does it. All right. All right. Hopefully the volume will be ready to go.
Look, real 90 game from the Bay, bruh. Never yield home field or away from. Been a weapon, been reppin' since prime Jerry curl. We ran through the Rams, now we taking over Jerry's world. Hospitable, locker room indivisible. The Cowboys is pretty, we gritty and more physical. Stop sleeping on Jimmy, that man's clutch. Rip muscle in his thumb, trip numb in the pass rush. Got a problem with the flow? Well, here's 19 Mo. The best player in the league right now is Debo. George Kittle still juking, out yuking them yak bros. Add Jennings to the mix and we back in attack mode. Roller coaster, don't matter, we got both, so we post to weather the storm. Arm steady when they host us. Fred warned you, we swarming with IZ. See, I'm a locksmith, ask Arden for the keys. E-man and man as we manhandle they weaponry. Let it be Jimmy Ward when we go to war, that's the recipe. Young Elijah and Ambry Thomas, the rookies. Kyle Shanahan against Dan Quinn, don't push me. From the stick to the quest for 6, we gonna meet you at the star. Y'all ready for this?
Let's go. My boy killed that. I'm saying. He murdered that. He murdered that. The boy Locksmith. Make sure you're following that dude. Instagram. Follow him on YouTube. That boy is legendary. That's a Bay Area legend right there. That is a Bay Area legend. Locksmith been around. If you ain't know, that's one of the homies. Big friend of the page. Big supporter of the SF Niners. We shout out our boy Locksmith. Oh, I know you felt that heat. That boy went crazy. We see all the heat in the dang chat because we know Locksmith went dummy crazy. And I love, my favorite one was the Arden Key line. I don't know about you, but when he dropped that, like, man, I'm the locksmith, ask Arden for the keys. I was like, that boy killed it. Absolutely beautiful. I'm hyped. Now let's go. I'm hyped. I am freaking hyped. All right. I'll get into score predictions. Oh, I didn't see your super chat. I missed it. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I be in the mode and I miss things. Appreciate you letting me know. Tommy says, "Oh, Ambry Thomas pick 6 on Whack Dak." Would love to see that. Would love to see that. All right. So we're gonna do score predictions here in a second. But before we do score predictions, I must ask the chat. Smash that like button, family. You know the dang vibes. We're out here vibing. We're out here having a good time. I also have a special offer for the chat. Obviously, you guys know that I rock with Residency, very tough, the Residency beanie. As you can see, they are a fantastic partner to the SF Niners and this page, me and a ton of 49er fans across the world. They have been able to give us a special discount code on a very popular 49ers hat. Let me make sure I got it all ready for you to go. So if you guys go to residency.com and you type in the Mission hat, it is the red and white, one of their best hats, you'll be able to get 25% off when you use this promo code. So if you go to residency.com, use this promo code SF9er Mission, you get 25% off the Mission hat, boys and girls, one of their better hats. But if you want to be rocking with that residency gang, especially if the San Francisco 49ers come away with this dub today, we know you're going to be looking fresh to death going into next week. You can get this hat 25% off. Use that promo code SF9er Mission. Get that hat. All good, all vibes. Love it. Gotta love it. All right. So let's talk score predictions. Now. I think this game is going to be quite the back and forth. I think when we look at this game and we look at the way they match up, we always start in the trenches, right? Trenches are nice. Yep, absolutely. Arden was rocking the red mission in his latest interview, 100%. But when we look at this team, how they match up together, I always start in the trenches. For me, it's always inside out. How do they match up at the line of scrimmage? Because he who wins the battle at the line of scrimmage most likely wins the game. So I am looking at 49ers offensive line. Obviously, you get Trent Williams back. You have Langston Tomlinson, Alex Mack, Daniel Brunskill, and Tom Compton. Tom Compton, who has been the best backup offensive lineman in football. He's now to the point where we're talking about potentially Tom Compton being a starter in this league. Well, we look at the defensive line for the Dallas Cowboys. They run a 4-3 defense, which means they have 4 defensive linemen, very, very similar to what the San Francisco 49ers run. The same front, 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers in their base formation. Now, they have some stout edges. They are stout on the edges. DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory, 2 edge players that have been really good for the Dallas Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence is a guy that I wanted to somehow figure out how to get that guy onto this team. But obviously that is not the case. He's there in Dallas. They have 2 really solid edge defenders. So that's going to be something that we're going to be looking at. But also in the interior, they have Neville Gallimore and Carlos Watkins. I don't know a ton about those 2. I do know who Terrell Basham and Oza Odigizua, butchered the name. Those 2 are really good. Young rookies coming up. Terrell Basham's not a rookie, but Terrell Basham is actually a pretty solid player. Also, though, looking at the linebackers, you have Leighton Vander Esch, of course, Micah Parsons that we all know about. No Keanu Neal. He is out this game. Keanu Neal is actually someone that I wanted potentially for the 49ers to pick up. He's a converted safety to linebacker. He was actually pretty stout middle linebacker for them. But now him being out, it's going to be very interesting to see how they maneuver through that. But when you look at that front 7 versus the San Francisco 49ers, offensive lines, tight ends, and fullbacks, I really like the way this team can attack the middle of that defense. I think there's an opportunity because the Dallas Cowboys know the 49ers want to stretch the field horizontally, that if the 49ers can continue to set up outside zone early and get them biting on outside zone, get them biting on outside runs, those mid zones are just going to be wide open. So what I'm really looking for is I'm looking to see the scheme. I'm looking for Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel, to see the type of game plan that they develop in the run game. Again, when we look at this defense, specifically the front seven, they are really good on the outside at edge. They have good edge containers. So I want to see the 49ers attack the edges. I want to see them set the edge and get them flowing one way, but I want to see the counters off of it. Let's go. Oh, we see the squad in the chat. If you get the mission, boys, if you're a mission boy or girl, let me know because we'll shout you out in the chat. I'm hyped. Let's go. We see the squad out here copping the mission cap. Again, 25% off. Find the link in the description as well. Link in the description if you want to get it. Absolutely love to see it. We see you, boys. We see you, boys. So that's what I want to see, man. I want to see the 49ers attack the middle of this defense with the run game. Elijah Mitchell, I want to see counters, cutbacks. I want to see all different kinds of stuff. I want to see the 49ers set the edge, but I want to see them counter. I want to see all the counters today. I want to see them just get Dan Quinn and that defense out of sorts. I want them over pursuing, over protective of the outside edge runs so that we could just counter right back inside. That's what I'm looking for. One of the biggest things when we look at the keys to victory and stuff like that, it's going to be Kyle Shanahan versus Dan Quinn. I think that matchup right there is one of the biggest matchups of this game, the chess match of taking all these pieces and figuring out how to use them. I like the way the 49ers match up against this defense. They have Trayvon Diggs on the outside. Pretty good. J-Ron Curse. We heard about J-Ron Curse this week. J-Ron Curse wants you to know his name. He wants you to put some respect on his name because he's getting a little upset. J-Ron Curse getting a little upset that you're not talking about J-Ron Curse. He's getting a little upset that he's constantly being asked about George Kittle. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. So let's take advantage of that. Let's take advantage of this guy, J-Ron Curse, wanting some extra attention. Okay, we'll give you the extra attention. J-Ron Curse on Facing George Kittle earlier this week said, I'm ready for the task, but he has to go against me. I kind of get ticked off when I'm being asked, Kittle this, Kittle that. He has to play me too. So we'll see how that shakes out. All right, J-Ron, you asked for it. You asked for it. You're going to get it. You're going to get that smoke today. We'll see how well you do. We'll see how well you do, J-Ron. We'll see. Because this man, beware. This could be, hey, POV just got pancaked by Greg. Like, you get pancaked by Greg, you look up, this is what you see. It's like, oh, crap. I just got rocked by Mr. Incredible. Be careful what you wish for, J-Ron. Be careful what you wish for because this man, Mr. Incredible, he plays for keeps and he will rock you like a hurricane. Let's go. George Kittle, Greg Kittle, whatever you want to call him. We're calling him Greg today because Greg goes crazy. Look at Greg. So inspirational. So inspirational, Greg. Take down J-Ron. Take it to J-Ron, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited. But again, what we're talking about is we're kind of going through the matchups to then eventually get to our score prediction. But I want to talk about the entire thought process that I have leading up to the score prediction. So again, from an offensive 49ers facing the Cowboys defense, that's what I want to see. I want to see how the scheme looks. Kyle Shanahan versus Dan Quinn. I want to see how those two attack each other because they have tons of experience playing each other, being on the same team. They know it all. They know it all. So, just try it again. You can just hit residency, type in, and look for the red and white. You find the red and white, that's the mission. Use that promo code, gets you 25% off. Got you, family. But I'm very excited about this matchup, specifically offenses versus defense for the 49ers. That defense has been playing pretty well. They've been playing inspired football, especially Trayvon Diggs, first team All Pro, Micah Parsons, first team All Pro. Um, they got some squad members over there, but Anthony Brown at cornerback. Uh, on the other side, Jordan Lewis, not that great. So we're going to find out, man. We're going to find out, but I'm very excited about those matchups. Very excited about those matchups. If we flip to the other side, obviously the Cowboys offense offers a lot to be concerned about. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Cedric Wilson, Dalton Schultz, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Laleel Collins. Like they have a good unit on offense. Let's not get it twisted. They have a good unit on offense when it comes to how they are set up. They are. They really, really are. And we didn't even talk about Blake Jarwin at tight end. They have weapons everywhere. So it's going to be, this is why we talk about winning in the trenches, winning at the line of scrimmage, because with Tyron Smith, Connor Williams out of Texas, scouted him tough out of Texas. Tyler Badaz scouted him tough out of Wisconsin. Zach Martin, one of the best offensive linemen in this league for the past decade, out of the Notre Dame University. And Lael, man, I'm butchering his name, but Collins out of LSU. If you remember him, he was a potential first round pick that got tied to some murder case, and I believe he went damn near undrafted. So they have a decent offensive line. Like I know every single one of those players along that offensive line. I know all their traits. I know what they're good at. Tyler Badaz, Connor Williams, they're more lighter offensive linemen. They work a little bit better in space in the zone area when they're working to second level. Those two are pretty solid at that, but they will have a compensity to struggle with power. So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to see Connor Williams match up with guys like Arden Key, Kentavious Street, Givens. That could be the spot. Connor Williams, I like him a lot, especially coming out of Texas. He was someone that I like for the 49ers, but he can get beat. So I really want to see what this defensive line is going to do against that offensive line. Again, Zach Martin and Tyron Smith have been two of the elite offensive linemen in this league, and Laleel Collins too is a solid offensive lineman in every right. So they have a potential to get the run going, obviously protect Dak and do all those kinds of things. But if the 49ers defensive line can get after this offensive line group and create pressure specifically from the interior, we're going to love to see that, because we want to move Dak Prescott off his spot. We want to move Dak this way. We want to move Dak that way. Get him off his timing. We want that. Oh, what's good, DJ? I haven't seen you around here in a minute, DJ. Where you been at, boy? We see you, DJ. Let's go. We got game day today. So overall, though, you have to look at the cornerbacks for the San Francisco 49ers, too. You have Ambry Thomas now starting. You get Emmanuel Mosley back. You get KK back into the lineup. You have Jimmy Ward. You have Kwaski Tart. That's I mean, talk about fighting fire with fire. Talk about fighting fire with fire. I'm really liking this defensive back group, especially when you combine them with the D-line group, with the linebacker group. This is going to be a straight up dogfight. This is going to be a straight up dogfight. It's going to come down to who controls the ball better in the sense of possession and in the sense of turnovers. If whoever controls the ball the longest and has the least amount of turnovers, again, we talk about how football is a very, complex game, but when it comes down to really simplifying and looking at how you win, control the ball, no turnovers. Whichever team does that, I imagine it's going to come out with this with this victory today. So it's going to be very imperative to see who is the most efficient on offense, who is able to control the clock, convert third downs, and score points, right? The ultimate goal of the game, to score points. And both offenses right now are set up to score a lot of points. So we're going to see who's going to have the big day. It's going to be Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. It's going to be Deebo Samuel. Is it going to be Ayuk? Is it going to be Kittle? Is it going to be – there are so many weapons on this field. There are so many weapons on this field for both sides. That's why it likely comes down to coaching. Kellen Moore on the offensive side. Now, we saw a report come out that is interesting. And again, we talk about the human element. We talk about that nonstop on this channel. We talk about that in the sense of football, right? Well, the 49ers are playing for Jimmy Garoppolo. They're playing for their playoff lives and their playoff hopes and all that type of stuff, right? That's the storyline for the San Francisco 49ers heading into this game. You know, ride with 10. This could be Jimmy's last game. We know Jimmy has completely galvanized that locker room, and this locker room plays for Jimmy. Well, on the opposite side, we're going to find out to see how this handles, or the team handles this. Basically, it's being reported from Jason La Canfora that Mike McCarthy could be fired for offensive coordinator Kellen Moore if the Cowboys disappoint in the playoffs, aka if the 49ers beat the Cowboys, this man could get fired, the head coach, for the offensive coordinator who's already on the staff, who's already going around doing a bunch of head coaching searches and all that stuff. So we talk about the human element quite a bit. Their motivation is a little different. I mean, I get it. They're playing for their guys, I guess, but when you're worried about getting fired and replaced again by someone underneath you, we've already been through that. We already been through the Trey and the Jimmy mess. We've been through that. We made our way through it, and we're over it. We're Trey in 2022, Jimmy this year. It is what it is. We've accepted it. They're going through that right now. I guarantee you they see these headlines. Could you imagine being a head coach and seeing this reported? Because that means this is being leaked from your team and your staff. Oh boy, it could be something tiny. Couldn't be anything big. Obviously, this game's played on the field, but just again, this is played by humans at the end of the day. It's played by humans. So we'll see if that has any impact to anything moving forward. But just Jason says, do you think Kyle has set up a concrete game plan for this game on both sides of the ball? He seemed confident and relaxed in this. 100%. I think the 49ers offense, it took some time this year. It took some time to get everything figured out. Like, we understand the offense was disjointed this year. Like, the first 7 weeks of the year, we couldn't recognize the 49ers offense. We didn't know what they were trying to do. Like, what are you? Are you a run first team? Are you a zone team? Are you a power team? Like, what are you? We had no freaking clue. For the first 7 weeks, we had no idea. Like, what? Like, every week it felt like came out and just flat. Weird play calling, weird design. But as the season progressed and they got the win against Chicago, and then, embarrassed pretty bad by Colt McCoy and the backup B squad for the Cardinals. But when they faced the Rams week 10, when they faced the Jags week 11, when they faced the Vikings week 12, you started to see the scheme come together. You started to see the game plan, them doing, again, we talked about a little bit earlier, the outside zone with the mid zone, also all the gap schemes that they run. You started to see those things be able to kind of, when the cog, everything fits together, the beginning of the year, everything was like this. Like nothing was working. Nothing was in sync. Nothing was aligning. But since week 8, the 49ers offense has started to gel. Now, it hasn't been perfect, but it took a long time to get to that point. But that's what I think we're going to see today. When we talk about the concrete game plan, we're talking about Kyle and how he's operating outside zone, mid zone, gap scheme, and play action. Those 4 elements, that's what we need to see from Kyle Shanahan today. And to see how he can get that defense from Dan Quinn flowing to one side, flowing an extra gap over, those kinds of things. If Kyle gets into that point where the defense is playing they're in the sense of over pursuing could be literally a half a step sometimes is all you need in football, especially in the NFL, to gain the proper leverage to get a block. So if you're able to pull linebackers and pull defensive backs over a half a step and you cut back, that's sometimes all you need. So that's what I want to see today from a scheme perspective. I would like to see, I'm sorry, my guy, we don't do spam here. If you want followers, get them the right way. But if you see, that's what I'm looking for from a scheme. I want to see Kyle having this entire defense not knowing what's coming. Again, we've seen instances where they're running pitch. It looks like an outside pitch, but it's in fact an opposite side A gap run. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that stuff. And if they can do that, I absolutely think they can, because Kyle, like I said, it wasn't pretty at the beginning of the year, but they figured it out. They've gotten it figured out. Now it's going to take the guys on offense to actually execute the scheme and execute the blocking and doing all of that. But from a game plan perspective, absolutely. I think Kyle's going to be locked in. And on the other side of it, DeMeco Ryans getting a head coaching job. He's getting a not this year, but he's been interviewing. He's interviewing for head coaching jobs. That's how well DeMeco Ryans has schemed it up this year. So I'm happy too, because it feels like DeMeco Ryans has been trying to scheme around rookies, scheme around journeyman veteran that don't belong on a roster. He's been trying to scheme around injury. No Kinlaw, no D Ford, missed Fred a couple games, missed Aziz a couple games, missed Greenlaw for most of the year, missed, Kwaski for a couple games. Like, DeMeco Ryans has had to scheme around deficiencies due to injury all year. This game, guys, DeMeco Ryans does not have to do that. They're damn near at as full strength as can be. Obviously, Verrett's not walking through that door anytime soon. Kinlaw, D Ford, they're not walking through that door. That's 3 starters, guys. That's 3 starters out of 11. Like, that's a high percentage to be losing out starters. But they figured out how to get it done despite those injuries. DeMeco Ryans, that's why he's having a phenomenal rookie year as a defensive coordinator. So I 100% agree. I think that the game plan going into this game, they're going to be on point. It just feels like that, but we have also seen the other side. Like, Titans game is a perfect example. From an energy standpoint, the energy was there. The motivation was there. What wasn't there was the execution. So I think from a pre-planning standpoint, from the motivation standpoint and all that stuff, I think they're going to be ready. But that's a different story than actually executing on the field. So that's what's next. I think the game plan's there. I think they've figured out they have some special wrinkles in this run game too that they haven't really used. And so we're waiting to see what happens. Again, one of our viewers last week sent a super chat talking about how when Jeff Wilson is on the field, it really confuses their defense and the way they operate, specific packages, because when you see certain personnel grouping go out onto the field for the team, the defense will match that player grouping with their own personnel and their own packages. Well, what Kyle is doing is he's putting Jeff Wilson, running back, out on the field. He's putting Deebo Samuel, wide receiver, out on the field. He's putting George Kittle, tight end, out on the field. But he's lining them up in different places. So Jeff Wilson will be playing split wide outside the tight end. Deebo Samuel will be lined up at running back. And then they use Jeff Wilson as a lead blocker and pull him across the formation. They'll do all different kinds of things from a scheme, from a personnel package standpoint, that we starting to see the wrinkles off of. And what I noticed after the fact, when that viewer pointed that out, is the touchdown pass from Deebo Samuel was run off that formation with Jeff Wilson in that split wide position being pulled across the formation as a blocker. They ran the Deebo touchdown pass off that specific sub formation. So that's what we want to see. We want to see that. We want to see that scheme. We want to see that stuff. Am I missing more super chats? Sorry. Sometimes you have to remind me. So remember, sometimes the chat gets moving sometimes. Oh, we got 100 likes in the chat. Let's go. We got 100 likes in the chat. You love to see it. Kent says, I've been waiting forever. I'm 50 now. I love this. Man, Kent, I'm happy for you, man. I'm a little bit younger. I'm how old am I? I'm 32. I'm at that age where I stopped counting how old I am. But I'm 32. I started really following this team. Like, I'm talking about every move following this team, draft, offseason. I started this in about 2009, 2010, when I really fell in love with following each and every move for the 49ers. And all I know is heartbreak. Like, yes, the 49ers won the Super Bowl 95, all that good stuff. I was 6 years old. I have some slight memories from it, but man, like, my experience as a 49er fan is losing the Super Bowl to Baltimore. The Kyle Williams game against New York Giants. Losing to Seattle in the NFC Championship game. Watching my head coach get fired. That's my life as a 49er fan. I know Singletary. I know Nolan. I know Chip Kelly. I know Harbaugh. I know Tom Sula. That's where I'm at. So, man, Kent, he's 50. He's been waiting for this. He's been waiting since 95. Kent's been waiting since 95, man. I'm just waiting because all I know is heartbreak. All I know as a 49er fan is heartbreak. Again, 2019 Super Bowl. Great year, but heartbreaking Super Bowl loss. So us younger fans, mid-20s, mid-30s, all we know is freaking heartbreak. So today we are excited. We're cautiously optimistic. We're cautiously optimistic. We want to see a good game. I think that's what we want to see. I think at the end of the day, all we want to see is this team go out and execute. We want to see this team go on, execute, play their game, their style. We don't want to see the bonehead errors, the dumb mistakes. Like, we don't want that. If the 49ers can go out and just execute their game plan their way, and let's say they lose, knock on wood, then I can live with that. I can live with two teams playing their freaking hearts out, running their schemes, doing their stuff, and just playing football. I can live with those types of losses. I don't want to think about that, but I can. I just want to see this team go out and execute. And I'm not ready. You know, I'm ready for the Jimmy crap, you know, like obviously there's so much toxicity from the fans that follow Jimmy Garoppolo whenever you say his name. I'm not ready for it to be over. I was ready for it to be over in the season. That sucked, but I'm not ready for it to be over. I want Jimmy Garoppolo to ride off in the sunset. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that this year, the way it went, sneaking into the wild card, beating the Rams, Jimmy Garoppolo in his last hurrah, somehow takes this team to a Super Bowl and wins it. I mean, I'm not thinking that far ahead, but it's in my heart, man. I'd be lying to you if I didn't feel that in my bones. So there's a lot on the line today, guys. There's a lot on the line today. This game is going to be so epic. I just feel it. Like it already feels like an instant classic. Like the game has not kicked off and it already feels like an instant classic. Like, let's be honest. I started covering in 2017, doing it on Instagram and Twitter and those types of things. And in 2019, those playoff games were special, and the hype leading up to those playoff games were special against Minnesota, against Green Bay, even leading up to the Super Bowl. But the energy that is leading up to this game from the fan base is electric, is absolutely electric. I think 49er fans, with the year that we've had as a fan base and where it's going, like, there's a lot of energy into this game. So I'm really, really excited to see what happens today. All that being said, oh, let's go. 134 likes. Let's go, SDS. My boy TJ back in the building to let us know where we're at with those likes. Let's get the red wave in that like section. Smashing that like. If you're new here, smash that sub, because we're going to have all kinds of content, you know, win or loss, knock on wood, but we're going to have all kinds of content. Make sure you're tapped in. Hey, it kind of feels like my Super Bowl too, my guy. This kind of feels like my Super Bowl right now. Like it's all or nothing right now. And that's how every game should be until hopefully we get to the Super Bowl. This is our Super Bowl. The Rams game was our Super Bowl. Now this game is our Super Bowl. The Texans game was our Super Bowl. Like, the Bengals game these were must-win games. So this is it, man. This is it. This Cowboys game, I don't care about nothing else right now. All I care about is the Dallas Cowboys and whooping them and advancing. I just care about, and you're right, 100% right. This is our Super Bowl. 100%. Ken says, Slick Jerry Rice, I saw for the first time in 86. I was a diehard immediately. Fighter 49ers win today. Trust. Hey, man, I'm going to trust you, my guy. We got the OGs in the chat. You love to see it. I wasn't even born yet in 86. But I feel the vibes all day long. We got to have the OGs in the chat, bringing up the history and letting us know where we've come from to know where we're going. You got Jerry Rice right here in the corner. I got Joe Montana right up here. Legends. We got Kaepernick. We got Vernon Davis. We got Frank Gore. We got legends around here. Got my Patrick Willis jersey hanging. I got my Kittle. Got my Trent Williams over there. Hey, we're ready to go. We're ready to go, Luke. Tell him, boy. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go. I guess I'm young. I'll take that. I feel old, but I'll take it. Oh, I'll take it. So I feel old, but I'll take it. I'll take it. So let's do score predictions. If you're in the chat, drop your score predictions in the chat. Drop your score predictions in the chat because this is kind of what I'm vibing on. This feels like it's going to be back and forth. Like it does feel like defense is going to step up and do a couple things here or there. Wait. Oh my God. Do we got rap? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a second. What are we talking about here? Okay, so I didn't see this earlier because we were vibing, but apparently, from Rap Sheet, Ian Rappaport, the 49ers remain committed to Trey Lance at quarterback in 2022 and will explore trade options for Jimmy G this offseason. All right, we get it. We get it. I don't care about that right now. It's news, but I don't care. I don't care about what's going to happen this offseason. I don't care who you're committed to. I don't care. I do not care. I care about the San Francisco 49ers winning a freaking football game today. That's what I care about. Big time squirrel. I don't like the squirrel. We reject the squirrel. We reject the squirrel. Whatever. We don't care. I'm not talking about offseason moves on a day. They did this last time. They did this before one of our games earlier, and we roasted the hell out of Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter for putting out some trade BS before a game that we had to win. Like, man, we don't care. We got a game to win. We got a freaking game to win. We don't give a crap. Like, Team Jimmy, I don't care. Okay, fine. Team Trey next year. We're Team Jimmy this year. We are Team Jimmy this year. We see the boy holding down Twitch, my boy. All right. So, from a score perspective, like I just feel like this thing's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a 3-point margin, in my opinion, or less. Like it's going to be like by 1 point or by 3 points. Like this game to me feels like it's going to be back and forth. It just feels like it's going to be crazy. So I get the sense that the score is going to be maybe around 27-24. I think the defenses will hold up a little bit better. Both talented defense on both sides and all those types of things. But I do feel like it will be a multiple touchdown game from both sides. I'm feeling 27-24. What are you guys feeling in the chat? Drop your score predictions in the chat. I want to see what the chat is vibing with today. My score prediction, you have it 27-24 49ers. And it's going to be a late game heroic thing. It's going to be decided on the last drive, the last play, whether it's a defensive stop, whether it's an offensive drive to end the game. It is going to come down to the wire. This game is going to have everything. Like when we talk about the drama, when we talk about like crazy, like the romantics of football, I think this game has it all. From like we romanticize football a lot. I do at least. This feels like one of those games that we're going to look back on, whether good or bad, and just have this like feeling in our hearts about this game. I think this game is going to be one for the ages. So I couldn't be more excited. Luke Luna says 31-20. Kaiser on Twitch says 33-20. Jason says 31-17. Vegas has Dallas as 3-point favorites, which makes about sense. I am not streaming the game. That will get me clapped for copyright, so I am not streaming the game. But you should be able to watch it pretty much anywhere. CBS, Nickelodeon. I think Amazon Prime is also streaming this game. If you go to the 49ers app, I believe you can watch or find a way to watch this game. So if you want to watch the game, you don't have access or whatever, There's a lot of options for you to get this game. 38-23 Niners. Ooh, that's a big whooping. We got 42-35 Niners. We got 35-28. Oh yeah, smash those like buttons. We got over 200 in here now. Only 147 likes. I bet we can hit 200 before we get through these score predictions. I bet we can. I bet we get to 200 likes before these score predictions are over. 30-27. I'm going to check, though. I'm going to check. I'm going to see if the Sourdough Squad's up for it. We're going to see. So we got 24-17. We got 24-17. We have 31-17. Ooh, 49ers with 5 sacks. You like that? You like that? We got 34 49ers, Cowboys 16. We got 24-28. How did football end up on Nickelodeon? Hey, everyone wants a piece of that NFL pie. Trust me. And if you can get the kids early, oh, you're gooch. Niners win 23-17, 9-6. I see what you did there. We got 33-21. We have 42-24. Niners have a physical day on the run, and Elijah will have shades of Mostert. Oof. I like that, man. I like that a lot. We also have 27-14. All right. Those are the score predictions. It looks like for the chat. That means we got to check. DJ, where are we at, my boy? Did we hit the 200? I don't know. I don't know if we did. I don't know. I don't know if we hit that 200 on that video. It's gonna be close. Gonna be close. 31 SF to 20 Dallas. Ooh, man. I hope it's clutch. All right. 156 likes on the video. 214 in the chat. Someone's not liking. Just kidding. Let's go. Appreciate you, DJ. So it does obviously. Ooh, Dallas fans in the chat. Welcome, Dallas fans. You can come hang if you want. Rachel says the Nickelodeon is a great way to get kids excited. It will be on TV. I think that we win 31-14. I hope so too. King Geo says my anxiety. I hope it's 50-10. It's going to be quite the game of ups and downs. Man, it is going to be wild. We got 165 likes on the video. We see the squad. Hey, that's still good though. Eagles looking doo-doo. I've not been watching the game. I'll be honest. I am locked in on 49ers content right now. I might peek at that game in a little bit. So this is what we got going for the rest of the day. We're going to get ready to break here with our morning show, but we will be transitioning into a little bit of a mini roundtable at noon. So 12 noon, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard. We are going to be doing a triple box. We're going to have myself, we're going to have Jason Aponte, and we're going to have Jordan Elliott. The Three Musketeers are getting together for a special 49ers pregame live episode. We are going to kick that off at 12 and probably go pretty much close up until the beginning of the game. So make sure you come stick around and come vibe with us, because I imagine the energy is going to be electric with Jordan, Jason, and I. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you tap in for that. That will be at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time and or 3 p.m. Eastern time. So that is in about 40 minutes. In about 40 minutes, we're going to have those three guys on, and exactly the three best friends that anyone can have. God, this goes back to meeting Jason. I met both Jason and Jordan in Mobile, Alabama for the first time at the Senior Bowl. But with Jason, he was in person, and I met Jordan through FaceTime because it was lit at like 3 a.m. It was fantastic. So in 40 minutes, pop into there. We're going to be doing the dual stream. So Jason will be streaming from his account. I'll be streaming from my account. We're going to get as many 49er fans into that pregame live as we can, and it's going to be lit. So we know you're going to show up. We know you guys are going to show up. Those are the boys right there. Super, super excited for that. DJ's got us with the likes. 172 likes. 172 likes. Can we hit 200? Can we? Can we do it? Can we make the last stitch effort to get this thing up to 200? I wonder. I wonder if the Sourdough Squad can do it. I think they can. I think they can. Like it up before it ends. 100%. Absolutely. It's going to be great. I can't wait. So, as you guys know, today's game is going to be legendary. There's so much on the line. There's the Jimmy storylines. There's the storylines of obviously the 49ers squeaking in to the playoffs, playing a favored 3 seed in the Dallas Cowboys. It is going to be beautiful. Let's go. We see you guys. I appreciate all of you in the chat who are vibing with me, supporting the channel and everything that you guys do. I really do appreciate it. The Sourdough Squad is absolutely undefeated. I can't wait for today's game. It's going to be so much dang fun. All right, our last effort before we get out of here. Last effort. Only need 20 more likes. Only need 20 more likes on that video. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can the Sourdough Squad do it too? Also, if you guys aren't in the squad already, all you have to do is subscribe, like the video, and you are an official member of the Sourdough Squad. And I agree with CJ. We do not want our season to end. One of the things that I was listening to this podcast, George Kittle's podcast that he does with his sister and his dad, Emma Kittle. They were the Hidden Pearls podcast. They did it this week. One of the things that George Kittle said that stuck with me, that really stuck with me about what he said, is he said he clearly spoke about this season. He said the season was crazy, the off-season stuff. He said leading into training camp, then going through training camp and preseason, it sounded like it was pretty crazy. Obviously, we know why. The quarterback situation, Jimmy, Trey, the narratives, the media questions, it was crazy in the beginning of the year. There's no surprise that with what George is saying, man, he talked about how crazy it was this offseason, and then we saw how slow the 49ers started, right? We saw how slow they started. A big reason why that happened is because of the off-season situation with the quarterback. They started slow because it disjointed the locker room. He didn't say that, but that's my takeaway. He went on to say, he said, this is week 19. This is from George Kittle. He said, it's week 19, but it feels like the season is starting this week. And he says he feels refreshed. He feels rejuvenated. He feels ready to go. And if that is the case amongst the locker room, where it's week 19 for these guys, yet they're really feeling like their season's just getting started, oh my goodness. That makes this team dangerous. that makes this team dangerous, man. And if that's how they feel and they really believe like they have this new chapter is starting and they have this opportunity to put the entire season behind them, the entire offseason behind them, and feel like they're coming out and starting brand new against the Cowboys, these boys are ready. These boys are absolutely ready. Jason says, Brad, can you imagine the buzz in that locker room right now? Those guys, I bet the energy is palpable. I bet the energy inside that 49ers locker room is palpable right now. I bet they are going they're going crazy, man. Like they know what's at stake. They know what's at stake. Again, they're going to play for their boy Jimmy Garoppolo. They're going to do all that. They are going to do all that, and I can't freaking wait to see what is going on. Weird flex. Weird flex. Oh, well, you're my best friend too. You're my best friend too. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, we ready? Let's go. You know the vibes. So again, reminder, right after, so at noon, we're doing the triple box. Jordan Elliott of Niners Nation. We're getting Jason Aponte, the mayor of 49ers content creators, and we're going to do a proper pregame live show. And so we'll get those three on. Again, that starts at noon Pacific time, also or 3 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you're locked in for that. Also on our way out, again, we have a legit, I want Victory Donuts too. Oh, I want Victory Donuts too. 100%. You want to get your hat on the red mission hat from Residency. This one right here. You can go to residency.com, use the SF9er mission promo code on this hat only. On the Arden Key was wearing this hat this week. So on this hat, you get 25% off. And you could be rocking that Residency gear with us because Residency gang is lit. Residency gang is lit. Yes, sir. My boy Jason just got one. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right. What are we looking like are we going to hit our goal of 200 likes on this video? Are we? Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, yeah. Let's go. We like that. We like that. All right. Let's look at this really quickly. We are 191. Uh-oh. We're almost there. We're almost there. Can we hit it? Uh-oh. We're close. We are close. So close to 200. We hit it. Let's go. Squad. Let's go. We see the squad. There we go. Look at the Sourdough squad coming in strong, bruh. Ain't no gang stronger than the Sourdough squad. Let's freaking go. We did it. Shout out DJ for always keeping us up to date on all the likes. We see you, my boy. I appreciate all the squad in here getting us up. You guys know that helps the page a ton, so we truly, truly appreciate it. Let's freaking go. SDS in the chat. If we getting that dub today, let's freaking go. We appreciate all the squad out here. We really, really do. Absolutely. Let's invade Dallas. Let's keep this energy up. Absolutely, DJ's a GOAT. Let's keep this energy up. Keep the vibe going. Again, there's going to be tons of great content creators out there doing their pregame live shows. Make sure you tap in with Jason Aponte, Jordan Elliott, and myself at noon. And we'll be back to talk more 49ers football. Appreciate every single one of you in this chat. You guys are legendary. You guys make this job the funnest job in all of the freaking world, man. So I appreciate you guys. It's so much fun. And I can't wait to go out and see how the 49ers execute today. Oh boy, playoff football, baby. Let's go. Niners, we'll see you at 12, and then we'll see you for the post game after the game, after the fireworks. Hopefully, we're talking dub and victory donuts and all that good stuff. I will see you guys in a half an hour. Love you all. Appreciate you. Everything that you do for the page. You guys are the best. Sourdough